Hi there, welcome back to Watch by Ashley. Today we're going to be discussing The Amateur, 2025's espionage thriller starring Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne, and a passport's worth of beautiful filming locations. I have to tell you, I do love a good spy film, so I really wanted to like this movie. Right off the hop, I'll let you know this is a 6 out of 10 film. It has great bones and a lot of potential, but just because a film is expensive doesn't mean it's going to be great. Here's the setup. Rami Malek's Heller is a cryptographer for the CIA, and his wife dies in a tragic terrorist attack, and when the CIA doesn't step up to help him avenge his wife, Heller takes matters into his own hands and blackmails his way into a solo revenge mission. The catch? Heller is not a field agent. He has never even held a gun. He doesn't have any experience at all. So he gets to have a little bit of mentoring from Lawrence Fishburne's Hendo, who is a CIA veteran, and we get to watch him make some interesting decisions along the way. Think The Accountant meets Mr. Robot. Also, I would say that Heller is one of those friends that you have where their toxic trait is that they think they can do anything on the first attempt. That's Heller, pretty much. This film is based off of a novel by Robert Little that was released in 1981. Interestingly enough, there was also a film released in the same year. That film is definitely more grounded as it takes place in one European location versus this film, which was globetrotting, as we get to see beautiful scenes in London, Paris, Morocco, and Istanbul. But that's a bit of a trade-off because it loses the essence of the intimacy that the character has with his plot, with his character development, and it doesn't really rely on the psychological aspect. Here it kind of loses substance in that regard, I'd say. But regardless, like I said, the movie is beautiful. It had a budget of $60 million, and you really see that in the cinematography and the cast. Lawrence Fishburne plays the CIA veteran. I have to say Lawrence Fishburne is definitely looking great for his age and this part of his career. Like, it was a pleasure to watch him on screen. I love the mentoring aspect here, and he hasn't missed a beat. I don't know why he wasn't in the fourth Matrix movie, but he is in fighting shape, as we get to see here. Then we also have Rachel Brosnahan, who plays the wife of Heller. She's a fantastic actress, but she was not really in the movie in a substantial way, which is unfortunate. And we also have the same for John Bernthal. Like, I really love him, especially as the Punisher, and I felt like they were setting it up to use him more in the film, but again, they fell short in that regard, and that really left me with a bad taste in my mouth because, like, you put these great actors here, but you don't utilize them for their potential. I don't know. Interesting decision. But then we also have Rami Malek as our main character. And I feel like Rami Malek is an acquired taste. Either you really love him or you hate him. I'm sure you can imagine which camp I fall under. When it comes to his performance as Heller here, I couldn't take it seriously, to be honest with you. A lot of the times, his facial expressions didn't match the situation. Like, he wasn't emoting based on what his character was going through. And a lot of the times, I feel like Rami Malek has this look on his face where he knows a secret about you, and he's just itching to tell it. Like, I don't know. I can't take him seriously. Like, it's a smirk, I guess. Or it's either the smirk or the eyes. Like, something about it always throws me off when I'm watching him. So definitely for me, I felt like Rami Malek was not the best casting here. And also I want to point out, I'm not a fan of actors, once they've got an Academy Award, they're always listed as producers on films. Like, I don't know if it's a rite of passage. I don't know if they're actually doing anything, but I feel like it kind of muddies up the acting role. Like, I just want to go back to the phase where actors were just actors in their films and they weren't involved in the production process. That's my rant. I'll leave that there. The other aspect here is the critical response. So interestingly enough, it's kind of had a mixed review. So some people love it. They feel like it's a callback to the old form of spy movies. Other people feel like it's a bit too shallow. I would say it's competently made, but very forgettable. And for this director, James Hawes, like, I kind of feel like that's becoming his trend when it comes to his films. Like, as a television director, he's done some phenomenal work. He's worked on Slow Horses, he's worked on Black Mirror, and he's also done Doctor Who. So he's definitely an established director, but I'm just finding his transition into film is a bit rocky because I also didn't enjoy his 2023 film One Life, and it's the same thing. Beautifully filmed, but it lacks the emotion. Like, I don't know if it's from the actors or just the subject matter, but the emotion isn't there for such serious topics. And so this one really missed the mark for me. In terms of the box office performance, this definitely wasn't a bomb by any means. Like, it performed pretty well. Off of a budget of $60 million, as I mentioned before, this film's managed to bring in $96 million. So it hasn't broken even yet, but it's had a pretty strong performance at the box office, I would say. And this does feel like a streaming movie, to be honest, so I'm sure it will get some traction there. But yeah, those are my thoughts in regards to The Amateur. Let me know in the comments below if you think who you would want to play the role of Heller if you could recast and not have Rami Malek, or do you think Rami Malek is the right fit for this role? Please let me know in the comments. I'd definitely love to hear from you. But that's all I have for you today, so thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.